the more good practices I can kind of show my kids, the better off they'll be down the road. I can't say one thing and not do it. So I gotta be a man of my word. If I feel like church is important, if I feel like prayer is important, I have to be the one to show my family that it is important. My name's Jacob Broussard, originally from Houma. Married my beautiful wife, met her at Nicholls State. So pretty much everything starts from there. We lived in Houston for a few years, about 6 years. Then once we had the birth of our second child, Joe, decided to move back, be around family, get a little more family time, have the kids grow up around grandparents, cousins, all that, and be a little more active in the church. I was familiar with small group growing up. I was non-denominational prior, and for a majority of my life, I went to Vanderbilt for 2 years, but before that I went to a non-denominational Christian school, majority of my childhood. I hadn't really seen too many Catholic groups in the area. So whenever Michelle and her parents said, well, I'd like to join a couples group, so yeah, sure, let's give it a shot. Why not? I've been a part of, two small groups. One is a couples group, which was cool. We had the kids come over, everybody's kind of like a potluck type of thing, and we sit down, and there was a video series that we were going through, which was good. It's a good starting point for conversation. I know whenever it was really good is when people started opening up, being a little more vulnerable and talking about things. I find those are when the best groups happen, when people can kind of, you know what, you're with a fellow Catholics that can kind of open up and share each other's feelings, thoughts, concerns, stuff like that, personal stuff, and really kind of get it out there with people that kind of share your walk, and it was pretty great. I know whenever I look for a group, I want to get past the social part, because it's great to fellowship and all, but you're there to kind of grow your faith. So we did a couples group, and then a couple of guys got together, and we kind of, my wife cooks, and a couple of guys go to the house, we drink some beer, we kind of look up the Thomistic Institute and pick a topic, or if somebody feels led to say something, we'll do that and have a good time and kind of get in some deep conversations. Probably the most favorite part of my week, once I finally get off the road, come home. It kind of helps you know you're not alone in your walk. That was the main thing. Normally with fellowship, it's something where you feel like you're doing your prayer, you're praying with your family, you're trying to start good family practices with your kids at a young age, and to know that there's other fathers struggling with the same thing you are, other husbands trying to do the best they can, and there's other people in your same boat that are trying to paddle in the same direction. The more good practices I can kind of show my kids, the better off they'll be down the road. So if I can't say one thing and not do it, so I gotta be a man of my word. If I feel like church is important, if I feel like prayer is important, I have to be the one to show my family that it is important. And if I'm not doing my part as the father and the head of the household, it's on me, especially for my son. If I'm praying, if I'm doing what I need to do, he seems to follow. If I do something bad, he seems to follow. So to know that you have that much effect on some little person, developing person, kind of puts a big responsibility on you. And same thing with my daughter. If I don't take the lead and I'm absentee, or I don't show my faith or try not to grow in faith, what kind of person is she going to try to marry or date when she gets older? So if I don't try to set an example for who she needs to look for, I can't expect her to make the right decision if she's never seen a good example of it.